Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Memorial Day. Welcome to the IHSAA Baseball Sectional at Westfield High School. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. First, the lineup for the Greyhounds.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's broadcast of IHSAA Sectional 8 Baseball on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Wofford Theater, Movies on the Road, Bold and Sassy Salon, Indiana Restoration, and Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. Let's join Chris Baldwin, the public address announcer, with the introduction of today's players. Chris?
And number 39, Sean Root. And now the starting lineup for the Greyhounds. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 15, Trent Terwilliger. Batting second and playing first base, number 31, Rhett Whitner. Batting third and playing center field, number 27, Parker Massman. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 44, Jack Van Remordel. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 24, J.C. Hanley. He is batting for today's pitcher, number 17, Max Habeger. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 13, Justin Green. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 21, Luke Barnes. Batting eighth and catching, number 26, Colin Donahue. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 7, Chris McNally. The Greyhounds are coached by Matt Buchkowski. And now the lineup for the Millers. Non-starters for the Millers are number 1, Jackson Ramey. Number 7, A.J. Farber. Number 8, Bryce Randolph. Number 10, Jacob Bowen. Number 15, Ethan Immel. Number 16, Clay Holsworth. Number 18, Cade Gorman. Number 19, Nick Halbert. Number 23, Jacob Tiemann. And number 25, Michael Scalzo. Now the starting lineup for the Millers. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 4, Travis Gillian. Batting second and playing second base, number 13, DJ Owens. Batting third and catching, number 2, Alex Cleverly. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 5, Bryce Masterson. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 3, Mark Gowdy. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 17, Reese Sharp. He is batting for the pitcher, number 11, Tyler Owens. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 22, Cooper Miles. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 9, Zach Tuine. Batting ninth and playing center field, number 20, Harris Camp. The Millers are coached by Justin Keever. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise, direct your attention to the American flag located out in center field as we honor our country and the men and women who have fought for our liberty and freedom with the playing of our national anthem.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brad Silbert. We are here at Westfield High School for the semifinal round of IHSAA Sectional number 8. What better day could we ask for? 71 degrees, a west-southwest wind at about 11 miles per hour, and it is Memorial Day, and appropriately the American flag is flying at half-staff here in center field at Shamrock Stadium. As I was driving over here this morning, there was a ceremony going on over at the cemetery on Union Street, and I saw, in my neighborhood, I saw a caravan of bicycles going through. So a lot of celebrations in honor of the veterans and the people who fought to gain our freedom in this, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Well, let's get to baseball. I'm joined today by none other than the infamous Craig Atkins. Also in the house today is Perry Williams. We may get some words of wisdom from Perry now and then in that. But Craig, we've got two teams here who come in with a little bit different records. We've got the Greyhounds coming in here at 22-2, and the Millers at 18-12.
Yeah, it's two teams that obviously wish they would have played their game on Friday, April 28th down at Victory Field, but unfortunately that Victory Field Classic doubleheader with Brebeuf Jesuit versus Franklin Central, and then their game, Carmel and Noblesville, to follow, got washed away by those awful rains we had in late April. So these two teams have been chomping at the bit, and now they've got this matchup here on semifinals of Class 4A Sectional 8. How things pitted up, each winning their first round games.
The Carmel Greyhounds will be the visitors, and here to bring you the play-by-play of the first game today, here's Craig.
Leading off for Carmel will be the shortstop Trent Terwilliger. Tyler Owens back on the mound where he was. That ball is, first pitch is just high. And not bad, 10-0-2. Second one, Owens reaches the outside corner. Terwilliger kind of crouched into it. That ball was painting black for 1-1. Glad you've joined us today on this beautiful day at Shamrock Field. The ball is on a line out. Harris Camp maybe moved 3 steps, not feet, steps. On more of a line out to center for the first out.
Good play there by Camp. He really didn't have to move very much, but that ball was kind of like a scalded rope there. It was just straight out there, and as you said, Craig, he moved about 3 feet, and he was there to make the play.
First baseman Rhett Wintner steps in for Carmel now.
If I remember the other night, we had a lot of fly balls in both games the other night, too.
Yeah, he scored a couple runs the other night. And he was 2 for 3 with getting hit the first inning. Hits the inside corner. I believe that's the second pitch.
I believe it counts 1-1 now.
Yep, I believe so. That one was reached foul first base side.
Whitner went over. It was probably ball 2 on that one there. Gave Owens a break on that.
It looked like he held just a fist up for his left hand, so it might be 0-2. Now it's 1-2.
Lothario Smith is the plate umpire today. It is 1-2.
That ball is one hop. Gillian can't handle it, and it's a late throw. Good backup there by Alex Cleverly. We saw how astute of a catcher he is and how agile he is by catching literally 2 consecutive pitches, one just outside the foul ball outside the left-handed batter's box on Thursday night, and then one to the far end of the third base dugout. So he's
so Whitmer is going to reach on an error.
E6 on
to the
Travis Gillian.
Shortstop Travis Gillian.
That brings up Parker Massman, the center fielder.
Those short hops like that are probably the most difficult play to make in baseball.
When he was trying to judge, because that literally, it was a hard enough hit ball, it didn't even come near the grass.
It didn't really take a bad bounce, but it was just a hard one to judge.
A friend of mine, Troy Nethery, lives in the Louisville area, streaming us live. I'd like to say hello to my friend Troy, who's watching us live in Louisville.
Well, hello, good morning, Troy. Hope it's as beautiful in Louisville today as it is here in Indianapolis. Louisville, of course, the home of the Kentucky Derby.
1-1. The count on Massman. Owens checks Whitner over at first.
I've got a bit of history with Louisville. My grandfather was born and raised in Louisville. Still have some second and third cousins down there. Nice community. That one bounced in.
Got away from Cleverly a little bit.
But Whitmer took off with the pitch, so he'll get a stolen base.
Yeah, despite, normally first basemen don't bat second, but Rhett Whitner is pretty quick. He's got 14 stolen bases on the season through 24 games. And this one, Massman smokes this one into the gap, and that's going to score Whitner from second with ease. And Massman's
probably, they're
waving
him on to third. Will there be a play there? No, there will not. He's in there standing up.
Stand-up triple for Parker Massman. He got every bit of that thing.
That ball just absolutely split Harris Camp and Mark Gowdy went all the way to the wall to the left of the 375 sign out there in left center field. And the Greyhounds are on the board first, and Parker Massman has a triple.
Jack Van Remortel up now for Carmel, the third baseman. He went 3 for 4 on Thursday night with 2 singles, a 2-run triple, and a strikeout, scoring a run. And the first pitch to him is up and in. And going to be a quick meeting at the mound. Coach Kiefer walking out to try and settle down his junior pitcher. As you can hear off to the left of us, the Carmel crowd getting riled up.
Well, the Millers started off good defensively, getting a fly out on Terwilliger to center field. And then the air to Gillian put a runner on, and then Parker Massman comes up and promptly hits a triple and puts the Greyhounds on the board. And I really think what Coach Kiefer is leery of here is he doesn't want to get this game too out of hand too early. Because with the pitching talent that the Greyhounds have got, this could be any lead for them could be big.
It was kind of a wonder which if Owens would come back out to the mound or if Reese Sharp was going to be the starter today, and I think he went with the junior and Owens. This ball on a grounder. Gillian can't handle that one as well.
That's going to be another error.
Took a weird hop and won't be an RBI for Van Remortel.
Second error of the inning on Travis Gillian.
So Carmel with an early 2-0 lead on one hit, and there are 2 Noblesville errors, both those on Travis Gillian, bringing up the DH, J.C. Hanley.
Both runs at this point are unearned. There's a hot shot right to the second baseman.
Good play there by DJ Owens for the second out. A much-needed second out for Noblesville before Carmel keeps the bleeding going.
Now batting right fielder, number 13, Justin Green.
Justin Green up. Green on Thursday was 0 for 4. Had a couple pop-outs, a ground out, and a fly-out in that 9-3 win versus North Central. Curveball in there just low. I think if Van Remortel would have been just a little bit closer to second, I think Owens would have had a play to double him off.
Mm-hmm. Well, as it was, that ball was hit very, very hard to DJ Owens. And as you say, had Van Remortel been any farther away from that bag, he would have been doubled off.
I think Owens has turned into one of those more prepared or more skilled second basemen as a sophomore. He's grown up a lot. And I think his season really started in the 7th game where he continued into that starting role. And we've seen his left-handed bat improve as well for Noblesville. As he bats .291, we'll see that in the bottom. 2-1 the count on Green. He rifles this one at right to Mark Gowdy and right to end the inning, but Carmel gets a pair of runs. 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 left on base as we head to the Noblesville half of the 1st inning.
Let's talk about Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. They're doing business in Noblesville. They've been there for over 40 years. They're now located inside Logan Street Signs and Banners. Enter on the north side door. Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. I know a couple people who've got weddings coming up this summer, and I imagine there's a lot of other people who might need the service of Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. Give Dan a call, 317-773-2973. So, Craig, it could have been worse for the Millers. They do give up 2 unearned runs in the top of the 1st, but now they got to face Max Habegger, who comes in here and has been pitching strong all season.
Well, he came in and pitched extremely well and gave up 1 hit, technically 1 hit, but he had a fielder's choice and an error who got aboard on Thursday night in the 6th and 7th innings from the North Central bats. But Habegger 7-0 on this campaign this year, 2.69 ERA. He's given up 25 hits and 26 innings of work, and 42 strikeouts when compared to 12 walks in those 117 batters he's faced in his outings. So it should be interesting with the approach that Habegger has and how these Noblesville hitters approach him.
Defensively, for Coach Buchkowski, left to right, it'll be Luke Barnes in left. He's the only change from the game that we saw earlier this week. Parker Massman in center, Justin Green in right. Third to first, you've got Jack Van Remortel, Trent Terwilliger, Chris McNally, and Rhett Whitmer. The battery is Colin Donahue and Max Habegger. And for the Millers, the first 3 batters to face Mr. Habegger this inning will be Travis Gillian, DJ Owens, and Alex Cleverly.
I would say, Brad, the more interesting thing about this matchup today is because, these 2 teams haven't seen each other, but they've seen, aside from North Central for Noblesville, everybody else in the sectional field.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So these 2 honestly missed the fact that they didn't get to play each other in late April, and now they're getting the chance to. And so it'll be interesting to see the first pitch or first hitter adjustments, first time these players get up to the plate.
Well, one of the unfortunate things in the HCC is by the time you play each team 3 times with 7 teams in the league, that's 18 of your games.
Mm-hmm. 18 of your normally a max 30.
Yeah. But the other thing that ends up happening is if you have a game that's been rained out, especially a conference game, and it's late in the season, the conference games are going to take the first priority.
Yep.
And the non-conference games are going to end up on the short end of the stick. So I'm certain that both the Millers and the Greyhounds, they would have loved to have been able to play that game at some time. Unfortunately, it couldn't be played in Victory Field. But with the obligations for the conference first, it made it just difficult for them to try to find a time to play. I think each team this year, with all the rain and stuff, probably lost at least 1 or 2 conference games or non-conference games.
Travis Gillian walks on 5 pitches. He went to a 1-1 count, and then 3 consecutive balls thrown by Max Habegger will bring up DJ Owens. Second baseman, sophomore, is hitting .279. 16 driven in, 15 runs scored for Keevers Millers. It looks like it may be a little easier for Habiger to throw lefty to lefty.
Yeah. Gilliam getting a short lead over there at first.
He's swiped 12 bags this season so far. Second pitch to DJ Owens is a ball, 1-1 now the count.
I guess the question comes to at this point is, do the Millers want to play this aggressively today, or are they going to play it safe?
I think it kind of depends on how this first inning goes progressively, because you don't want to, against any team, mind you, a 22-2 team who doesn't make many mistakes, you don't want to squander base runners, and that one, a fastball in the outside corner, actually.
Exactly the same place as the other called strike.
So we'll see how, looks like DJ Owens is up to the front of the box. See where Habiger takes this one in. Right to Habiger. One. Got him. Double play there as Owens grounds out to the pitcher. Believe that was to second baseman McNally, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was a shortstop.
It was a shortstop. You're right.
So the walk does not hurt the Greyhounds here in the bottom of the first. Is so many times in baseball, a leadoff walk ends up to hurt a team.
Alex Cleverly up now for Noblesville, batting .352 in his senior season. Checked it, and that ball was just outside. Looked like it was on the front stripe of that left-handed batter's box for ball one. We've got a pretty good vantage point in what I like to call the catbird seats. Cleverly golfs this one, and that's going to be right into the glove of the left fielder out there. And that is Luke Barnes to end the inning. Through one complete, it's Carmel 2, Noblesville 0.
Say fans celebrating 25 years as Logan Street Signs and Banners, and they specialize in last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200. Visit their new website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. Check them out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And we'd like to thank our great Hamilton County television crew today. We've got the man in charge, Jim Wofford, down there in the control room. Will is up on the cameras, and Katie is doing just about anything she can to assist us, and we appreciate all of them being here with us today, in addition to the ever-present of our friend Perry Williams.
Glad to see him back
here in the house today.
Yeah, unfortunately, he said his grandson Matthew's high school team season came to an end. They have obviously a different format down in Tennessee where they play like kind of it's almost like a play-in, and they won one of their, I guess, district games, and then lost 2 games in their unique double elimination tournament. So Spring Hill, not too shabby of a year following their state championship year, 38-6.
Yeah, I'd take a 38-6 season.
Yeah.
Well, this is a pretty important inning for the Noblesville Millers here, even though they're not at bat. They're going to be facing the 7, 8, and 9 batters from the Greyhounds, but more importantly, the Millers have just got to come together and, number one, eliminate errors, and number 2, try to do their best to keep the Greyhounds off the bases and off the scoreboard.
Before they're going for their pre-inning meeting at the mound. It's kind of like a confidence builder. A nice little handshake from his fellow middle infielder, DJ Owens. Travis Gillian kind of needs to get his mindset right, because 2 errors in 1 inning is not good on your shortstop. Leading off, they'll go 7, 8, and 9 in their lineup. Will Carmel, Luke Barnes up, followed by Colin Donahue and Chris McNally. This one is fouled just down the third baseline. This ball hit hard to Gillian at short and over to first for the first out.
That'll be a confidence builder for Travis. He did have 9 errors throughout the season, but 2 for him in one game is very, very unusual.
Yeah, it's a somewhat tough of a transition switching, because there were games last year, I believe, when Harris Camp would pitch, Travis would play center field, so it's shifting back to the infield as a slight difficult transition. He's done a pretty good job at it, but that's tough committing 2 errors in one inning for sure. Pitch fouled away to Colin Donahue. Donahue bats .286 for the Greyhounds, but it's kind of skewed when you look at his runs scored. Brad, he's only scored 4 runs, but that's because he always gets a courtesy runner out there. Normally, if he's on base to stay. 0-2 now on the catcher. Curveball locates outside. 1-2 now. You have the same thing on the other side of the plate with Cleverly. He scored 4 runs, but just so they can get back in the dugout and put their gear on, they've got to. Curveball just away. 2-2 now. I think he's trying to position that curveball instead of
he's missed on 2 curveballs outside now.
Yep.
This is where he wants to get him now.
Up and in, kind of squeeze him back. 3-2 now on Donahue.
Hot shot.
Cooper Miles across the diamond, snagged that ball right parallel to the bag at third base.
Did that bounce or not, or did he get that on the fly?
Barely bounced.
It happened so fast, I couldn't
right
tell.
Off the dirt. 2 down now. Great plays by Gillian and
Yes, 2
Miles.
good plays on the infield. And that should build the confidence of this infield back up. And it should also help Tyler Owens a little bit, knowing that his fielders have got their act back together after the 2 errors in the first.
Swing and a miss. This one's fouled. Looked like it was off of somebody's foot. 0-1 now to McNally.
It didn't have the sound of hitting a shin guard. Had kind of a thud on it instead of a crackling sound.
This pitch gets away just outside. McNally 2 for 3 in that win over North Central on Thursday. RBI single and a bunt single and scored in that inning as well. 2-1 just inside, down by the shoelaces. Great crowd on hand so far.
The bleachers are full and standing room only right now.
Like it was tweeted out on our HC television, that ball is going to be right there. Looks like can of corn for Mark Gowdy, and there's out number 3. So the Greyhounds go in order 1, 2, 3, and we'll move to the bottom of the second inning.
We got a lot more great sports coming up here today, Craig. We've got game number 2, which is scheduled to start right around 12:30. That's going to feature the Fishers Tigers and the host team, the Westfield Shamrocks. And then 7 o'clock tonight, we've got the championship game. One of the 2 of the 4 teams that we'll see here this morning will be playing for the Sectional 8 championship. And we've also added a game. We've added a game tomorrow night. That will be the IHSAA Softball Regional. That will be at Hamilton Southeastern High School, featuring the Royals and the Kokomo Wildcats. So we'll have that game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. All the things going on here on Hamilton County Television. It'll be our swan song for the season, but a lot of action going on.
We have girls Friday night,
and we have
Final Four.
lacrosse coming up.
Noblesville versus Culver.
Noblesville and Culver is coming up on Friday evening. But the softball and baseball will probably be our swan song. We'll have the other guys with the lacrosse. But I'm sure Jim is feverishly working on the fall sports schedule already. And
I wonder if Jack Russell's going to call any lacrosse.
Well, he should be.
He should.
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know if Jim knows that or not.
If his Westfield team isn't playing, I think that would be cool to have someone call the game.
I think that would be only appropriate for Jack to do that.
Since we're not
lacrosse is down to the Final Four. Noblesville is the only Hamilton County school left.
Noblesville
They play Culver in the semifinal.
in Culver in the semifinal. And if Noblesville wins that game, they will go to the championship on Saturday.
And I believe, from what I understand, there are 3 or 4 girls in the Noblesville lacrosse team who are heading to D1 schools to play lacrosse. I think a couple to Cincinnati, and I forget where else, but that's pretty good to be able to get yourself a scholarship when it's not even an IHSAA sport.
But we'll be bringing you those games coming up Friday and Saturday. An exciting week here on Hamilton County Television. Let's go back to the second inning, Craig.
First up in the bottom of the second inning will be the first baseman, Bryce Masterson, for the Millers.
Millers need his bat today.
Yep, he's going to have to do exactly what he did on that first pitch and kind of shy away from anything crazy that Habiger is going to throw at him. Fouls this one away, just first base side to the on-deck circle where Gowdy's standing. Masterson hits .377. He's got 5 home runs on this season and 22 driven in to lead Noblesville.
His batting average is actually a little bit down from what it was earlier in the season.
Yep, this one hit down, looks like beyond all the lawn chairs and bleachers. 1 and 2 down that third baseline. Yeah, I think Habiger's going to make Masterson work here. He and DJ Owens, the left-handed batters for Noblesville, going to make him work an extra bit. He made him work, and he made him reach there for out number 1.
Unfortunately for Masterson, he swung at a ball and got rung up.
Yeah, that ball landed about 6-8 inches into the right-handed batter's box for out number 1.
First strikeout of the day for Max Habiger.
Brings up Mark Gowdy, hitting .273 with 13 driven in. That ball up and in. Gowdy kind of shrugged back.
You've seen a lot of action during this sectional out there in right field so far.
Yeah. And he sends this one into shallow left center. Massman over to make the catch for out number 2. That brings up the DH, Reese Sharp. Sharp was 1 for 4 with an RBI and 3 strikeouts in their first round game against Hamilton Southeastern.
Well, after a little bit of jitters in that first inning, we've had 10 batters in a row retired.
Sharp golfed at that one. That ball was in the dirt, though. 0-2.
Sharp in a rather unique role, a designated hitter and a pitcher.
Yeah, he can. I mean, if he were to substitute in and pitch, they would lose the DH, but he would still hit. Fouls this one.
But that's kind of a unique combination. You don't very often see that.
Especially as a sophomore. Normally that pitcher is DH'd 4. 0-2 on Sharp. This ball on the handle. I think it kind of surprised Sharp that he got something on that. Grounded it right to Vanner Immortal, and he goes across to Wintner for the third out to end the inning.
Vans Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Give them a call, 317-773-7391, or check them out, www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Follow them on Facebook and Twitter. Noblesville Trophies, one of the many, many members of the Wofford Enterprise Corporation.
Okay, so starting off the top of the third inning, just like you said, we will have a pitching change as Noblesville will go with sophomore Reese Sharp to step on the hill. Sharp coming in with a 4-2 record, 3.52 earned runs average, 47 2/3 innings, 44 strikeouts to 26 walks. He and Owens both faced 234 batters to this point before.
So actually the only change is that
He's pitching.
the designated hitter has actually been dissolved now at this point. However, if Sharp does go out of the game, he can still
DH.
re-enter as the designated hitter, and the new pitcher
Will be DH4.
would be DH4.
Quirky
Now, if you
thing.
follow all that,
Guys, one moment. Our camera at the top has gone down, so we're only on the catcher cam. So if anybody has any, the main field camera working.
I'd like to thank you for your patience. We are having some camera difficulties today that our technical crew is working on. We'll try to bring you things as best we can. I'm sure that they'll have this rectified here in a few moments. But in the meantime, we'll be just working with our camera behind home plate.
That ball just low in the outside corner for ball one to Trent Terwilliger, who leads things off in the top of the third for Carmel as they have a 2-0 lead on Noblesville. This ball is streamed into right field on the ground just past Bryce Masterson's outreach glove.
Second hit of the day for the Greyhounds.
That'll bring up Rhett Wintner.
Whitner reached on an error in the first inning and scored the first of the Greyhounds' 2 runs in the first.
Okay, we are on the field camera where he took down the catcher cam. I'm working on the catcher cam.
That ball just off the waist of Wintner. 1-0 the count. Somewhat of a healthy lead over there for Terwilliger at first. That ball is fouled away.
Out of the park. No, it didn't go out of the park.
Bounced off the fence here on the inside. Makes it 1-1 to the Carmel first baseman, Whitner. You see some coaches off to our right. The Fisher staff that's antsy as ever to get out there on the field.
They've had a week and 2 days since they've had a game.
Yeah, that's quite a while when you're talking about high school baseball. Swing and a miss as Sharp gets ahead of Wintner on that one.
You know, Craig, there is an advantage to getting the bye at times, but also the disadvantage is in a situation like this, you can go 8 or 9 days before you have a game.
Yeah. That's why, in a way, the bye is a good thing and a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
This one fouled off the mask of Cleverly.
You wonder if maybe part of the reason that Tyler Owens left the game at this point was just a pitch count, possibly anticipating a second game this evening.
Yeah, the fact, let's see, he threw 31 pitches in the first 2 innings.
I got to find my little chart.
Along with his 82. Actually, I've got something for you I found. This ball is hit from Whitner, and it looks like Harris Camp will chase it down and make the out. I've got something a little more. Here we go. If you want to, here's the actual press release.
Okay.
I knew I had printed that out a while back, back in the fall.
Yeah, so
it's even got the JV and freshman
so
level.
Tyler Owens is still eligible to pitch more today.
Yeah, depends on how many pitches. Because obviously with the 82 pitches, that kind of somewhat erased his 3 days.
That's what Carmel did with Tommy Summers the other night. He had 79 pitches.
Mm-hmm. That ball in the dirt, good dig out by Cleverly. This ball is fouled, popped up, going to be behind and out of play of the Carmel dugout. Alertly, Cleverly was already over by the front steps of the Carmel dugout, trying to track that down. 1-1 the count on Parker Massman, who had an RBI triple to plate Wintner for the first Carmel run in the first.
Certainly hope all these people that are out here today brought their sunblock with them.
Yeah.
It's not real warm, but boy, that sun could be, the UV count today is probably really high.
It's supposed to push 80 around 78 or 79. That one up and in, just about got the letters on that Carmel jersey of Massman's. 2-1.
Massman had that triple that went all the way to the wall to the left of the 375 sign in right field in the first inning, scoring the first run when he knocked in Wintner.
Inside for 3-1 and easy for the stolen base.
Terwilliger had a tremendous lead on that.
It's just his 5th stolen base on the season, but a key one at that.
Puts him in scoring position.
We have both cameras. We took down the scoreboard camera, so I'll need you to continually tell all the balls and strikes since we can't see that scoreboard.
I believe we have both of our cameras working again, and pardon our technical error, but we are somewhat back to normal, whatever normal is, Craig.
3-1 the count on Massman with Terwilliger at second. Golfs this one, almost hit his coach down there at third.
That was that low outside pitch that Lothario Smith has been calling a strike all day, so good job of protecting the plate there by Parker Massman.
3-2 the count to Massman. Swing and a miss as he gets him, jams him inside for the first strikeout by either of these Noblesville pitchers for the second out of the inning, bringing up Jack Van Remortel.
You know, the other reason that Coach Keever may have changed pitchers, they went through the order one time, and now he's given the Greyhounds a totally different look from a lefty to a righty.
He wanted to see how Owens would look, and now he's seeing how Sharp's looking.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
That's all right. It's a holiday.
Van Remortel pops this one up just into the first base side bleachers. Someone may want to tell that ticket taker to watch herself over there.
Yeah.
I think that's about where it landed.
So far, the pitchers are throwing a lot of strikes today.
Noblesville in their gold alternate uniforms with the white pants. Carmel with gray tops and pants with little gold and blue trim on those tops. Van Remortel sends this one fair into the right field corner. That's going to score Terwilliger with ease. And Van Remortel with a stand-up double.
against the Greyhounds, Craig, you just can't put that leadoff runner on.
That's going to bring up J.C. Hanley, who lined out to D.J. Owens at second for the second out of the first inning.
Owens made a nice play on that. That ball was hit very, very hard.
This one, Hanley pops it straight up. That's going to be called off. That's going to be Travis Gillian. Oh, he missed it. And that's going to score a run off the glove.
That's going to be the third error of the game for Travis Gillian. I kind of think he might have lost that in the sun, Craig.
Yep. And it didn't look like DJ Owens was too close to him on that to call him off.
Coach Keever coming out for another conference at the mound. So far this inning, with 2 outs, the Greyhounds have doubled their score. They're out to a 4-0 lead. The line score, 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Greyhounds. No runs, no hits, no errors, or 3 errors, rather, for the Noblesville Millers. And the errors have definitely played a factor in this game, Craig.
Yep, all 3 of those, unfortunately, by one player. And you can see the frustration, the body language on Travis Gillian as that ball goes off of his glove. I think you're right. He may have lost that in the sun a little bit.
Yeah, because the sun is he would have been looking right up in the sun. And
fouled away left side. Third base side is from Justin Green's bat, 0-1. And you couldn't tell if that ball was tailing toward the middle there, where DJ Owens may have had a better angle.
Well,
but he was looking.
The wind is coming out of the west-southwest, so it may have blown it away from him a little. But
yeah,
I think the sun was more of a factor than anything on that ball.
And just for his own sake, you hope that Travis Gillian can get his head right after 3 errors in 3 innings.
Well, he came back in the second inning and had made some good plays in the second inning.
2-1 the count now on Justin Green.
As we were saying earlier, he's had a total of 9 errors all season, and now he's committed 3 today. That one's not going to be caught.
In the gap, and that's past Harris Camp. That's going to score. J.C. Hanley from first, and
he's going to be dead meat at third.
Oh, yeah. But the run will score.
But the ball comes out of the glove of the third baseman.
Oh, my.
Oh, my. When things are going wrong, Craig, things are going wrong. The third base coach for the Greyhounds had his arms up waving at Justin Green, telling him to stop at second. And Green came around second base. He tripped, almost fell, and it was a great throw in from Harris Camp. And if Cooper Miles had been able to hold on to that, they would have had the third out. But as is, it's going to be a triple for Justin Green.
Cleverly going out to talk to Reese Sharp. As Carmel's taking a 5-0 lead here in inning number 3, top of the third.
Now the official scorekeeper has given
double and error on the throw.
Yeah, a double and an error on the throw.
Yep.
Or probably an error on in E5.
Appealing at second, they throw over there. Brings up Luke Barnes, who grounded out to short.
The Millers are threatening to, the Greyhounds are threatening to bust this one wide open over the Millers.
Up and in on that first pitch to Barnes.
one way or the other, the run that was scored by Hanley, even if Green would have been out at third, would have counted since he was across the plate well before the play.
A little outside, 2-0.
I never pitched when I played, but I would imagine that Reese Sharp right now, and probably Tyler Owens had the same feeling that, I'm throwing the ball in here, they're hitting the ball, and unfortunately we're not making the plays.
That ball downstairs for ball 4. So Barnes walks on 4 straight pitches from Reese Sharp. And runners at the corners, Green at third, Barnes at first.
Colin Donahue will be the 8th batter to face Reese Sharp in this inning.
Looks like number 18, Cade Gorman, going to warm up in the Noblesville pen. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Sharp looking for 2 more to get out of this mess that's happened here in the 3rd inning. This one on the ground, Gillian. And he gets the grounder over to Masterson for the 3rd out. And that makes it 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors.
And 2 left on.
2 left for Carmel in the top of the 3rd, bringing up the Noblesville half of the 3rd inning. They will have 7, 8, 9, and Cooper Miles, Zach Tuine, and Harris Camp.
Greg, let's talk about Wofford Theater and movies on the go at www.woffordtheater.com. Free movies are going to be at Witten Park and Fishers, presented by Saxony. The next one will be June 3rd. That's coming up next weekend. That will be Moana. And don't forget, June 17th, also at Saxony, it will be Sing. Now, one of the biggest events of the summer is starting next Friday with the free classic movie events in Forest Park and Noblesville. They'll run from Friday, June 2nd till August 4th. Now, the movies, check this lineup out for just the month of June. Patch Adams, The Philadelphia Story, August Rush, Funny Face, and Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. In July promises to be even better. Well, the other thing coming up in July, about a week before you have a big event, the next largest event in Noblesville is going to be the Noblesville Street Dance at Federal Hill. That's coming up July 8th. All of these items are sponsored by Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and Hamilton County Television. For a complete lineup, check it out at www.woffordtheater.com. And we certainly hope to see many of you out there. We know we'll see a lot of you out there, especially for the street dance and the movies. But
and especially to enjoy that new Federal Hill Commons there on Logan
beautiful
Street.
Area.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful area. The Millers have some work to do. Max Habegger's just hoping to put the thing in overdrive and cruise through about 4 more innings here and go to playing a game tonight. But the Millers will bring the 7, 8, and 9 batters up in Coach Keever's order.
That'll be Cooper Miles, the 3rd baseman, left fielder Zach Tuine, and center fielder Harris Camp.
You know, so far we've seen 3 pitchers today who are pretty dominant pitchers, Craig, and we've only seen 2 strikeouts, 1 for each team.
Yeah, they've put the ball in play, to say the least.
Which has been to the detriment of the Millers, but
Cooper Miles with a nice pop off the bat down toward the Miller bullpen right field side.
Looks like Cade Gorman. Is he still down? I can't see down there. Is he still loosening
nobody
up
in
or
action.
not?
I think he's back in the dugout.
Yeah.
Watches that one in for strike 2.
Hit that lower inside corner.
0-2 now on Miles. Just up and away. On the handle, he fouls at third base side. 1-2 on Cooper Miles. As he's going to try and get things going here in the bottom of the third for Noblesville.
Miles did a good job of protecting himself on what was an inside pitch that probably would have been called strike 3 had he not hit it foul.
Yeah, I think it has Young.
There's how Habiger's height helped him, all 6'4". He's 6'2", and he doesn't make that play.
Oh, yeah. I really don't think any vertical was needed there by Max Habiger.
Not much.
First pitch in there, it's a 2-A for strike. One and one now. On the handle, 2-A fouls back, 1-2 now.
Have you ever seen a more serious-looking group of guys over here to our right? Coach Matthew Cherry and his Fisher's Tigers staff here. That is a team that's on a mission.
They completed one mission in winning the toughest conference in the state, the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, outright with a 15-3 record. We'll see them up next around 12:30 versus the host Westfield Shamrocks. 2-2 now on 2-A. Curveball, outside corner. That's out number 2, bringing up Harris Camp.
Can hear a little bit of the dismay of some of the Noblesville faithful saying that was in the left-handed batter's box. Looked pretty good from here.
Couldn't see that side of the play, but it looked like it was something that was still called.
Yeah,
the first couple innings. 1-0 on the first pitch to Harris Camp there, a little low. This one fouled straight back by Harris Camp.
I've seen Latario Smith umpire quite a number of games in the last few years, and I do believe he's one of the better umpires in the system now. Always very consistent.
That one comes in just low, 2-1.
And I would not say he's got a real wide strike zone, but he's very consistent the way he calls a ball game.
Camp hits this one just out of play. 2-2 now with 2 down. Camp pops this one up. Going to be shallow right down the line. McNally calls off the right fielder down there, shallow Justin Green, to end the inning. Millers go 1, 2, 3 again. Habiger making it look easy. And after 3 complete, it's Carmel 5, Noblesville 0.
Craig, let's talk about the Bold and Sassy Salon. That is the official hairstyling salon of old Jim Wofford and Bill Wofford. Now, I noticed when I got here this morning, Bill's still looking pretty sharp. But Jim, I said, you're getting just a little frayed around the edges.
Needs an appointment.
You really need to call Brenda or Donna, get yourself an appointment, and just clean it up just a little bit. But I'll bet sometime between now and the street dance, he will be at Bold and Sassy.
Definitely for the street dance.
Yeah. But Bold and Sassy Salon is located in Noblesville. You can contact Brenda, 317-501-0572, or Donna, 931-436-0673. As we said, the official stylist of old Jim Wofford and Bill Wofford. I'm sure that Katie would be telling Will when it's time to go over to.
Oh.
You know, she most definitely would tell him that. But if you mention this ad that you heard it on Hamilton County Television, they will give you 10% off. That's the Bold and Sassy Salon in Noblesville. Contact Brenda or Donna. We're moving to the fourth.
9-1-2 in the Carmel order coming up. It's Chris McNally, Trent Terwilliger, and Rhett Wintner.
Big difference here with the 9 batter coming up is it's the second time the 9 batter's already been up for the Greyhounds. And the Millers just had their 9 batter up for the first time in the bottom of the third.
First 2 pitches from Sharp, get away. Slightly up and away. 2-0 to McNally to start things off here in the top of the fourth. Great to have you with us. Craig Atkins with Brad Silbert. That one down and in, 3-0. Makes you wonder, looks like Gorman's up on a chair, peeking over the fence, seeing if he should start throwing again down there. Four straight from Sharp to start the inning.
Once again, the Greyhounds put the leadoff batter on the bases.
Trent Terwilliger, the leadoff hitter, singled last time, stole a base, and scored a run on that RBI double into the right field corner by Jack Van Remortel for the third Carmel run. And bunts this one just foul. Great square down by Terwilliger, to say the least. That was a great bunt.
Yeah, it was just hit just a little bit too hard, and it went straight, and it didn't roll across the baseline. I mean, it went straight across the baseline. It went right where he hit it. Had he hit that thing straight, he probably would be on first base.
Yeah, because he's quick. There's a reason why Terwilliger's in that leadoff slot.
Cooper Miles is playing pretty well in at third.
This one, same position, but down the first baseline. 0-2 now. Now, the question is, do you have him bunt again on 0-2?
I don't think a leadoff batter like Terwilliger, he's already been on base once with a hit. I don't think you have him bunt here.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2.
That was a nice off-speed pitch there by Reese Sharp that had he not swung, he would have been rung up, because that was just about belt high right across the outside corner of the plate, and Terwilliger just missed it. I mean, he missed the curve.
Rhett Wintner up now for Carmel. They check him. Almost caught McNally off guard there.
That's a big out for the Millers, because now they've still got a runner at first, but they've got one defensive out, and now a double play can get them out of the inning.
This one swung on and belted
nobody's
deep,
going to get to that one.
And that ball is gone over 2 hops until it hits the softball press box, the back door there. Wow. What a smoke job. Unreal hit by Rhett Wintner.
Look at the fans out there who've got the ball.
It took literally one bounce to hit that garage door.
Wow.
At the softball press box.
That ball, when that left the bat, Craig, there was no doubt that was going to be a home run.
I wonder if Coach Bonnell knows what the distance on that is.
The only question on that one was how far was that going to go?
Wow, what a hit.
Right batting the center fielder, number 27, Parker Aspen.
First home run of the day. And the Greyhounds extend their lead to 7-0.
Brings up Parker Massman with 1 out. I feel like you see kids just waiting out there.
Yeah.
First pitch to Massman, a ball down and in.
Some of the Westfield players coming in for their pregame meeting.
This one's straight up the
get
middle.
through.
Gillian corrals it. And the
That's
ball.
a base hit.
Yep. He would have beat it out.
Yeah, he had that beaten.
It looked like Gillian had to cradle that ball because it got up onto his body. And Massman is aboard.
They still haven't put it up on the board as a hit yet.
Third baseman, number 44, Jack Van Remordo.
They have charged him with another error, Craig. Another E6. That is 4 errors today for Travis Gillian. I think that should have been a hit, but the floodgates are falling open here for the Greyhounds.
Massman over at third now. Van Remortel advances him over there.
Second hit of the inning.
Up next for the Greyhounds, the designated hitter, number 24, J.C. Hamlin.
Cleverly out to meet with Sharp and the infield. As J.C. Hanley comes up, he reached on an error by Gillian last inning and scored.
Everything going right for the Greyhounds, nothing going right for the Millers in this game, Craig.
That's probably the best way to put it. I mean, Carmel's just, their bats came to play, and I think Noblesville with a different mindset. I think Coach Keever calling time, walking out to the mound. There may be,
he's going to make
calling
a change
the pen.
here.
It'll be Cade Gorman coming in.
Hey, while we're making a pitching change here, Craig, let's just talk about all the different ways that all of our fans and viewers out there can watch us. How many different ways are there? Have you ever counted them all up?
I would guess there are probably about 10, maybe. So you can go to HCTV 1. You can watch from your Apple TV. You can go to if you have Roku, you can use your Roku. Obviously YouTube with our Hamilton County channel, Hamilton County TV channel. Facebook, obviously, which we are on Facebook. We're live on Facebook right now. I may be missing one or two. We've tried Periscope, and sometimes with connections it does or does not go. But there are numerous ways, and we're also part of the IHSAA Champions Network at IHSAATV.org. You just click on Hamilton County TV.
Yeah. It's just amazing how many ways people can watch us if they would like to. And I think every day it's obvious that more and more people are aware of Hamilton County Television and the fine programming that we offer. And, of course, the thing that's near and dear to our hearts is the sports. And we just got a full day of sports for you coming up today with game number 2 between the Fishers Tigers and the Westfield Shamrocks. It's scheduled to start at about 12:30, depending on how this game goes. And then tonight, it will be the championship game coming up at 7 o'clock. Then coming up tomorrow night, we'll have regional softball action as the Kokomo Wildcats will be at Hamilton Southeastern for the IHSAA Softball Regional Championship. That'll be tomorrow night at 7. Then Friday and Saturday, it's lacrosse. Wow, is there a lot going on.
Lots going on to, I guess, some sports continuing. This is going to be a little Texas Leaguer beyond Gillian out there, and that's going to allow Parker Massman to score.
Massman with the 8th run for the Millers.
Up next for the Greyhounds, the right fielder number 13, Justin Green.
8 runs on 7 hits. 5 Miller errors.
Gorman comes in 4-1 with a 2.03 ERA. He's hoping to try and stop this bleeding that's going on.
Only one out here task in the top of the 4th.
Swing and a miss as Gorman gets ahead of Green on that pitch. 1-2 now.
Green reached on a double, got to third on one of the 5 errors by the Millers. Hot shot.
Yep, single into right field. Ball kind of died in the grass. And it's 9-0.
Hanley gets around to third. Van Remortel scores from second for the 4th run of the inning, 4th hit of the inning.
Up next for the Greyhounds, left fielder number 21, Luke Barnes.
And all Noblesville's looking for right now is that second and or third out to get out of this after they've scored 2 in the first, 3 in the third, 4 in the 4th.
The Millers just big time in need of a double play. They've only had 1 base runner today, and that was a leadoff runner who walked, and he was erased as the first out of the inning on a double play.
The ball bounces outside the dirt. 1-0 to Luke Barnes. As down to second races Justin Green.
Did he leave before with the pitch, or did he go after it bounced?
I think it was after it bounced. Looked like it anyway.
Yeah, we'll give him second on a wild pitch. Barnes, the 8th batter of the inning.
Outside corner, Gorman hits it for 1-1.
None of the 3 Noblesville pitchers have been able to solve the Greyhounds.
This one fouled back, first base side, beyond the bleachers there. 1-2.
Gorman ahead in the count.
First foul ball that hit my truck this year.
This one
that was
in
going
the
to
gap.
score 2.
Yep, 2 will score, and like that, Carmel leads 11-0.
Instead of going for the plate, they bring the ball into second.
I don't think there would have been a play at the plate.
No.
Those runners were coming so quick. So 2-run single there for Luke Barnes, and busted wide open is this score. Carmel leads 11-0.
The Greyhounds only went 3 up, 3 down once so far in this game, and that was against Tyler Owens in the second inning.
That brings up Colin Donahue, the 9th hitter of the inning. That one sits in just low, 1-0. Just over the outreach glove of DJ Owens, and to third base goes Luke Barnes. Runners at the corners still with 1 out.
Chris McNally returns to the batter's box for the second time in this inning. He started this all off with a walk.
It looks like Donahue's going to be replaced by 22 Luke Thompson as his courtesy runner.
Now batting for the Greyhounds, number 7, Chris McDonald.
The bottom has fallen out for the Millers in this inning.
First pitch in there for a strike to McNally. He walked to start off this inning and scored on that 2-run home run by Rhett Wintner that opened up the floodgates. This one in the gap again, a 1-hop to Gowdy, 2-hop to Gowdy.
Not hit far enough for runners to advance other than one base. So Barnes scores. Donahue, where they're Luke Thompson, the courtesy runner, is now on second base. Top of the order coming up again for the Greyhounds at Trent Williger, who struck out for the only out so far this inning.
Carmel's put up a 7 spot here in the 4th inning, top of the 4th. Noblesville yet to get a hit off of Max Habiger.
Could it be 2? Got him.
6-3 double play. To finally end all of that for Carmel's offense as Gillian kind of resurrects himself a little bit after he's committed 4 errors as he ends that play with a double play. But Carmel on, let's see, 7 runs on.
I got him with 6 hits that inning.
I had 7 unless we had an indifference on.
No, you're correct. It is 7.
7 hits.
Yep.
And let's see, 2 errors. Check that, 1 error. 1 error. And none left. As Carmel has broken this thing wide open as we head to the bottom of the 4th. 12-0. They have 11 hits. Noblesville looking for their first hit, and they've committed 5 defensive errors thus far.
Well, I don't know what else you can say about a game like this, Craig, other than for Max Habiger and the Carmel Greyhounds, everything has gone right. The only blemish so far today for the Millers was a leadoff walk to Travis Gillian in the first base, and he was erased on a double play.
Mm-hmm.
So Habiger has faced the minimum through 3 innings. The Millers, just now here in the top of the 4th, are batting, going to come through the batting order for the 2nd time. And the Greyhounds have been through the batting order 3 times already in this game. But that's part of the reason that the Greyhounds are the number 2 team in the state of Indiana now in 4A, trailing just Cathedral, who is still undefeated on the season.
Top of the order for the Millers as they come up here in the last of the 4th. Travis Gillian followed by DJ Owens and Alex Cleverly. That's quite a hole that the Millers have dug themselves. First pitch away for ball 1. Gillian gets a hold of it, but to McNally at second, and there's the first out with the ground out.
Up next for second baseman, number 13, DJ Owens.
DJ Owens, the sophomore second baseman, up now for Noblesville. Grounded out to the pitcher in the front end of a double play in the first inning. First pitch in there for a ball. This one outside. Habiger trying to locate that one.
That home run by Wintner in the top half of the inning. It made me think about a game that we did earlier this season. You weren't there, but we did a Fisher's game in which Craig Yoho had 3 home runs in the game. And any of you who are familiar with the Tiger Stadium over there, one of the balls that Yoho hit bounced on the football field.
Oh, Lord.
He was crushing them.
Was that Game 3 in that Noblesville series?
Yes. Yeah, it was either the second or third.
And infield single, DJ Owens breaks up the no-hitter.
Yeah, Yoho came up. 3 of his 4 at-bats were home runs. And of the 3 home runs, Craig, the wind may have helped one of them a little bit, but he just got all of those balls. And I will never forget watching that ball bounce on the football field there out at Tiger Stadium.
Cleverly pops this one up. That's Whitner. Yes. Almost stumbled on the side of the mound for out number 2.
That ball was fading away from him, and might have been a little bit easier catch for the second baseman or the shortstop. But anyway you look at it, Cleverly is retired.
That brings up Bryce Masterson, the first baseman, who struck out in the first inning when Habiger made him reach off the plate. There are 2 down. Runner at first is DJ Owens. That one curved inside enough on the inside corner. It looked like Masterson thought that ball might hit him.
He turned away from it, and that thing had a little hook on it that just
dropped out.
Hooked over the outside corner or the inside corner of the plate.
That one's outside. That was the pitch in the first inning that, or rather second inning that Habiger got Masterson to chase for the 3rd strike. 1-1. Runner at first is Owens.
Habiger only with 2 strikeouts so far in this game.
He hasn't really needed to.
No, he hasn't.
His defense has gotten behind him. One and 2 to count on Masterson. Donahue calls timeout. Maybe a little mix in the signals. Quick meeting out there at that. On deck if they get that far, Mark Gowdy. Masterson calls timeout. Swing and a miss as he got him to reach down. To end the inning. But Noblesville did get that first hit off of Habiger. And through 4 innings, Carmel just absolutely stunning Noblesville 12-0. And it looks like Gorman will stay out there on the mound for Noblesville.
Tough day for Bryce Masterson out there so far with 2 strikeouts. One of the leading hitters for the Millers and one of the guys that Coach Keever relies on. Unfortunately, Max Habiger has just gotten the better of him today. Although, even though Habegger has got a 12-0 lead, he by no means, he has not dominated this game, Craig. He's pitched a good game, but the ball has gone into play.
He's done what he needed to.
And his fielders have been able to make the plays here.
Top of the 5th inning. And if Noblesville doesn't get themselves together in the bottom and score some runs, it'll be over in 5 innings.
Cade Gorman with probably the roughest outing he's had all season last inning. 11 batters, or the 10 batters? No, 11.
Whitner will start things off here in the top of 5. Rifles this one over Cooper Miles at third. I think even if Miles would have stuck a glove up, that still would have been sliced over it.
Hit it just about the same direction where he hit that home run, only a little further to the left, but just did not get the didn't get the loft on the ball, and it stayed in the park, and he's got a double.
Brings up Parker Massman.
We do have a special guest from the IHSAA TV heading to the video booth.
Oh. We'll see who that is momentarily, as second hitter of the inning is Parker Massman. It's not too far of a journey, so we'll see when they come up.
Maybe it's Hiram.
Want to know the count on Massman. Two hop to Gillian. Takes a little time and gets Massman for the first out.
Now that looked like
Travis
Gillian.
Yep, he just, I think sometimes players get, they get antsy or they get a little jittery.
A little bit nervous. I can understand a case of the nerves.
But not in his case. That's just not him. And he knows that.
Well, I think there's two factors that go into it today, too, Craig.
Wild pitch.
That's a wild pitch. I'm going to put Whitmer on third. Yeah, a couple factors that go into this game today is, number one, it's a sectional game. It's a one-and-done game. And, number two, they're playing what is arguably one of the best teams in the state.
Yep.
And in order to win this game, if the Millers were going to have a chance in this game, they had to play a perfect game. And,
they would have had to just play out of their socks, and that ball straight up the middle over the second base bag, and Whitner will score. Run number 13 for Carmel off the bat of Jack Van Remortel, who, if it weren't for the error in the first, he'd be 4 for 4.
Up next to the Greyhounds, the designated hitter, number 24.
But Van Remortel with 2 RBIs as he drives in
13
Whitner.
runs, 13 hits for the Greyhounds. The other thing that this does for the Greyhounds, too, Craig, as far as and not trying to look too far ahead, but if this game does end in the bottom of the 5th inning, that the Greyhounds, pitching-wise, will be in great shape. They'll have Tommy Summer.
Yep. He'll be able to pitch
available.
Tonight. And I'm not sure if...
got a pinch runner out there for the Greyhounds. That is Ryan Wook.
Ryan Wook, number 12, and it looks like, I think, number 16, Clay Holsworth, will be coming in to pitch now for Noblesville. As that'll take Gorman out, and I believe 23, Jacob Tiemann, is also now playing first base. Clay Holsworth comes in 2-1 on the year with a 2.51 ERA in 30 2/3 innings. 15 strikeouts to 9 walks in the 132 batters he's faced. Another sophomore for Coach Keever's team.
Now pitching for the Millers, number 16, Say Holsworth.
I guess, Greg, there just really is not you just don't know what to say in a situation like this. It's unfortunate. We were hoping for a good, close game, but unfortunately for the Millers, that was not to be the case today, as the Greyhounds would appear to be cruising their way into the championship game tonight.
And you also have to say about Carmel, they have won 2 consecutive sectional titles as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking with this senior class of, you look at them here, guys that will make a difference, the guys of Trent Green, Williger, Habiger, Tommy Summer, Hanley,
a lot
Donahue,
of talent. They put a lot of talent on the field. There's a lot of those players are all going on, some of them, quite a number of them are going on to D1 schools to play baseball.
Yep, and, coming off the bench, they also have pitchers like Cam Ferrer.
Yeah.
And, Luke Thompson, who sees some playing time. Sean Roop. They've just got a stellar senior class who has made their mark, and they want to make that mark even bigger. And it's so tough to win 2, let alone 3 straight sectional titles in this sectional. Hanley turns on one. It's going to be foul, but playing more toward.
That's a home run.
Out.
That is a home run.
That ball floated back in.
Well, when that ball left the bat, I thought that's going to stay fair.
Unbelievable hit there by the DH, J.C. Hanley.
Just the opposite of the home run that Wintner hit earlier in the game. That ball was just hit so high and so hard that, it cleared the fence, but it didn't clear the fence by a whole lot. But it was probably, I would say that was no more than 10 or 15 feet within the foul pole, Craig.
Yeah, because it looked like it was going to curve foul toward the folks in their lawn chairs and the blue shirts down there.
Mm-hmm.
And it floated probably, 5 feet or so inside the
it looked like it was going to, hook to the left when it left the bat. But then once it got up in the air, I don't know if the westerly wind helped it or whatever, but it just went straight.
Cleverly has a play on it and just out of his reach. Great effort, though. 0-2 now the count.
Temperature's up to 73 degrees now. Still an 11-mile-an-hour wind, which looks like it's more straight out of the southwest right now. Earlier it was a little more westerly.
Ball down in the dirt, 1-2 from Holsworth.
Aaron Ernst is loosening up over there. Looks like he'll be a pinch hitter in the next inning, or the next at bat, rather.
Back in that slot he hit in on Thursday night. 2-2 the count now on Justin Green, who's got a couple RBIs already today. It's a double and a single. Green floats one high. Gowdy sits under it for out number 2. He had to go back a little ways, but
I was wondering if that one might not leave the park the way the angle on the thing looked. That was a very well hit ball. Probably, he probably had 300 and he probably had at least 340, 350 feet on that.
That ball looked like it was going to float possibly at least to the warning track.
And the pinch hitter is outfielder Aaron Ernst. He played left field Thursday night. Comes off the bench and gets another hit.
Been antsy the whole game, and he gets a hit. First pitch second pitch he sees.
Looking forward to the bottom of the 5th for the Millers. They're going to have their 5, 6, and 7 batters coming up. Gowdy, Sharp, and Miles. And it looks like we've got another pinch hitter.
We're going to see a new pitcher also. We'll see. Looks like number 19, Nick Halbert, will be coming in from the bullpen.
And Evan Petruzzi will be the pinch hitter for the catcher Donahue. So we've got 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The Greyhounds have already put 3 more runs on the board in this inning for a total of 15. Added 4 more hits for a total of 14 hits.
I guess there won't be an appearance by a special guest that we know of.
I know who it is. It's Casper, the friendly ghost.
There he was. We're also going to see a substitution behind the plate. 15, Ethan Immel, a freshman, will squat down for the rest of the game as Alex Cleverly went hugs down the line in his final varsity game. Like we said a little bit ago, 23, Jacob Tiemann is at first base. It looks like number 1, Jackson Ramey, trotting out there. And he will take Travis Gillian's spot. Hugs for the senior shortstop out there.
Our guest, Rick, on his way to the door has been multiple times, so he's handshaking like a politician.
Oh, yeah.
Shaking hands and kissing babies.
Yep, new third baseman is Jackson Ramey. Miles moves over to shortstop. As Travis Gillian and Alex Cleverly exit for the final time during their time with Noblesville. Nick Halbert now on the mound for Noblesville. This is number 18 up for Carmel. Like you said, Evan Petruzzi.
Yeah.
That one gets away, and down to second base is Aaron Ernst. Yeah, on a day you can honestly say nothing went right.
Yeah.
For a certain team. That's the exact case for the Noblesville Millers. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. 2-1 now. Outside on that pitch, 3-1. walks him on 5.
Another pinch hitter here for the Greyhounds. This will be Robbie Levine.
Robbie Levine.
First pitch in there from Halbert, a strike. That one just low for ball 1. Golf foul down the third base line off Levine's bat. 1-2.
Levine, the 8th batter this inning. That hit him.
Thought it fouled off of him. Looked like the ball fouled off his bat, then it hit him.
Oh, it hit him first.
Okay,
We can see it on the catcher cam.
gotcha. Bases are loaded with number 20 now up. A pinch hitter is Dylan Page.
Jim Wofford tells us from down in Production Central that it definitely hit the batter first. I agree with you.
It
Craig,
looked
from our vantage point, it looked like it may have hit the nub of the bat first, but it definitely caught the batter. And Trent Terwilliger, that is Terwilliger in there.
That's
Another
20 Dylan Page.
Another
First pitch in there for a strike. We're back at the top of the order.
Page is the 9th batter in the inning.
This one gets away from Immel, but Coach Buczkowski telling his runner at third base, Aaron Ernst, to stay put. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Now Halbert had Levine at 1-2 and hit him.
Oh,
that one hits him again.
Wow. Knocks in a run.
4th run of the inning.
And we are going to see a pinch hitter for Wintner. That's going to be 22, Luke Thompson.
Now batting for the Greyhounds, number 22, Luke Thompson.
A lot of these players, this will be a big memory for them because a lot of them probably never thought that they'd ever get a chance to play, even though they're on the bench. They're part of the team.
Catches that outside corner, 1-1.
These are the kind of days that if you're a coach, you just want to say, I'm waking up from a nightmare, and it didn't happen.
That ball stopped. Good stop there by Immel. 2-1 now. Yeah, this has got to be the worst nightmare before noon for Justin Kiever.
And honestly, Craig, it's not that the Greyhounds have been running up the score. It's just that everything seems to be going right for the Greyhounds, and nothing seems to be going right for the Millers at this point.
Looks like Coach Kiefer was checking to see if Halbert was okay, but not sure.
Maybe he detected something in his release, or
Zinfield saying, we got you. And they'll get back to it. 2-1 to count on Luke Thompson.
Nope, that is Parker Massman on deck. I would say they probably don't have too many more pinch hitters available.
That one just away for ball 3. This one to Tiemann at first, and he'll take it himself for out number 3 to end the inning. But nonetheless, Carmel gets 4 runs on.
I got him for 4.
4 hits.
3 left on.
3 left on base.
Say, fans, no job is too big or too small for Indiana Restoration Service. Whether you're a homeowner or a large business experiencing water, storm, fire damage, or maybe even mold remediation, or if you're a homeowner that simply needs a good carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration has you covered. You can contact them at 317-776-9942 or visit them online, www.indianarestoration.com.
Well, Noblesville's going to have to score 6 runs, or actually 7 runs, to stay in this ball game. And they'll lead off what looks like Mark Gowdy. And I believe, looks like Bryce Randolph is down there with the bat, so he will be coming off the bench.
Many changes for the Greyhounds here in the bottom of the 5th. Drew Stanton is now catching.
What's he, quarterback?
The name sounds familiar, but I can't put it. I cannot.
I think it
put
was
it
for
together.
the Arizona Cardinals.
Max Habeger still in there, hoping for a complete game.
Mark Gowdy will lead things off here in the bottom of 5 for Noblesville in what looks to be their last-ditch effort.
Number 10, Jacob Bowen. Leading off for the Millers, number 3.
You know, again, if people haven't seen this game, Craig, they're going to be, if they see a thing in the newspaper or on television, they're going to say, man, oh man, 17-0, man, oh man, Carmel just ran up the score on them. Well, they honestly did not run up the score. The Greyhounds just took what the Millers gave them. And 5 errors certainly didn't help. Nice play.
Jack Van Remortel dives, and there's out number 1. Great play by the junior third baseman. Yeah, Van Remortel's just a junior still. He's the only one of this whole core group that's a junior. Up next will be number 8, Bryce Randolph.
I know we've got some changes in the infield or on the outfield, Craig, and I just cannot see who they are.
Looks like McNally's still at second.
Yeah, the infield is no changes on the infield.
Pitch right down the middle, a little low. Strike 2, 1 and 2 to Bryce Randolph. Inside corner, catches Bryce Randolph looking. 2 quick outs by Habiger.
Now batting number 22, Cooper Miles.
That's just 55 pitches through 4 2/3 for Max Habiger. He's looking to go 8-0 here on the season. Miles shies back, looks at ball one, down and in.
Bounce right back to the pitcher his first time up. That'll make the count 2-1.
Yep. Looked to check but did not go. And the ball bounces away. 2-1 now on Cooper Miles, who's now playing shortstop. Fouled it off his own foot. Ouch. 2-2, and Noblesville could be down to their last strike of this 2017 season. Upstairs, 3-2 on Miles. If they get that far, Zach Tuane on deck.
Habiger has only allowed 2 base runners today.
That one's down
That's
low.
his third one. 1 on a hit and 2 on walks.
Next up for the Millers, left fielder number 9, Zach Tuane.
Got 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. The Greyhounds have not made any errors today.
Just off the left oval there of Tuane. For first pitch ball. Quick slow check over there first. You never do really see a good fast throw over to first by a left-hander. Unless they do have a flick motion. Upstairs, 2-0 on Tuane. Tuane has struggled here in the sectional. 0 for 5 with 5 Ks.
You know what's been amazing about Habiger's performance today is he has spent. That ends the game.
Ends the game on a 1-3. Habiger flips it to first base to end the inning.
We'll be back in just a minute to wrap this game up, but we'd like to thank you for watching today's broadcast of IHSAA Sectional 8 semifinals here on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years in business. Our other great Hamilton County Television sponsors include Noblesville Trophies, Wofford Theater, Movies on the Road, Indiana Restoration, and Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rental. Game number 2 will be coming up in just about 45 minutes. We'll be back on the air at approximately 12:20. Craig, I don't know what we can say about a game like this other than the Greyhounds, everything went right for them. For the Millers, nothing seemed to go right.
Yeah, I mean, we said it a few times, the bottom literally fell out, and it wasn't that, like you said, if someone looks in the newspaper or they look at a story on Twitter or posted wherever, they're going to assume that Carmel ran the score up.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case.
No, it was not.
They literally chunked out this game. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the third, 7 in the fourth, and 4 in the fifth. And, anytime Noblesville did get a bat on the ball, it honestly went to a fielder unless it was the one hit by DJ Owens. And then when you have 4 errors by one player, he may have gotten in his own head, but 5 total errors on the team itself.
Wrap it up so I can get the second game ready.
It's just a tough thing to swallow, and they couldn't get themselves mentally to come back, and Carmel's bats just kept going on them.
Well, unfortunately for the Noblesville Millers, it's the end of their season. For the Carmel Greyhounds, they live to play another day, and they'll be back here at 7 o'clock to take on the winner of the next game that we've got coming up between the Westfield Shamrocks and the Fishers Tigers. On behalf of Craig Atkins, my name is Brad Silbert. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon.